I'm a child who don't have a fatherly upbringing and a motherly upbringing.
Oh, wow.
Do you know all this? My friends, they're all backed out. I started with a cucumber prank. Guess must be attracted to something in men.
Yeah.
Not men always looking at the nyash. Oh, big nyash. Most ladies, they've seen different sizes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disrupt Yourself or Be Disrupted. Today, I have a very special guest. I don't know how I'm going to contain my laughter throughout this episode, but I'm going to try. I have the one and only Creek Boi in the house.
So you're making me feel blush now, like I'm blushing already.
You are welcome.
Thank you for having me here. It's amazing. It's amazing being here. I feel so honored.
I'm the one who feels so honored. I've been watching your content online.
It's amazing. But then, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It means a
So,
lot.
Creek Boi is a comedian with a twist. So, I'll allow him to introduce himself on that line.
Okay.
Who are you? Who is Creek Boi?
Okay, first of all, a lot of people ask me, what's Creek Boi? What's the
Okay.
meaning of the Creek Boi?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is an opportunity for me to explain who is Creek Boi and why the name Creek Boi.
Great.
Get. Okay, I'm from the coastal region in Nigeria. So if I get to Nigeria, I have to travel. If I I just arrived in Nigeria. For me to get to my home base, I have to travel on water for the next 3 hours.
Really?
So I was born in an island. So as a child who grew up in an island and wanted people to identify me, not just a person, but identify me with my background. So the word Creek Boi didn't just come like I gave myself, okay. Originally, my background is into filmmaking. I'm a filmmaker, okay. I'm a cinematographer, photographer. So I'm a video editor, like a professional one. Do you understand? So a writer was writing about me and he wanted to give it a title. Do you understand? He wanted to give it a title and he just said, the international filmmaker, the Creek Boi who turned international filmmaker. So when somebody forwarded the article to me, I was like, okay, the international boy, the Creek Boi. I was like, okay, that name makes a lot of sense. That was why I accept the word Creek Boi.
I see.
So, and ever since I took that name Creek Boi, I feel home. I feel like I'm in as much as I'm away from my people, I feel connected.
Wow.
And when people hear Creek Boi, people want to know the meaning and why that name.
So is it like it's related to water?
It's water. It's an ocean. I'm from the highland.
Okay, the ocean is called creek.
Nope. You know, a creek means a small passage of water that leads to the ocean. That was what the creek means.
Got it now.
You understand?
Okay.
So it's like, I wish the camera can even show you. Turn behind. That's a creek.
All right.
Do you understand?
Right.
So
You
that's
kind of get there.
yeah. So that's where I was born. I was born in the ocean
In that small island. Yeah.
Do you
I
understand?
see.
So yeah, that's where the name Creek
Comes
Boi
from.
comes from. Yes.
Is it the creek or the boy? The boy is you?
The boy is me now. So I wanted to differentiate like this boy is from the creek. Do you get now? So the creek and the boy. So I was born in the creek. So he's a Creek Boi.
Okay. So dialing back into your childhood and maybe you growing up, have you always loved to do film and stuff like that? At what point did it transition? Okay, comedy, or has it always been comedy?
Okay. I don't know how to put it, but funny enough, it's been a passion for me. I knew what I wanted right from when I was young. If I
great.
tell you I pick up this thing from 1999, will you believe?
Wow.
So
How
if
old
you-
were you then?
I was, okay, now I'm clocking 40. I'm 40, right? Yes, 40. But I don't look it. Yes, 40 years.
I need to know what you're eating.
You understand? So when I pick, the thing, right from when I was young, I've always imagined how movies are made. So I wanted to go into it. So from 1999, lucky enough, I was a child who grew up where they were making movies.
Yeah.
So I asked one lady, I could remember her name. Her name is Jessica. I said, Auntie, I want to be a filmmaker. I want to go into film acting,
Yeah.
actually.
How old were you then?
I think I was around 17, something, yeah,
Teenager.
about, yeah. So she said, if this is what you love, then do it.
Okay.
That was what picked me from that moment to this date.
Wow.
So if you take the camera, the filmmaking process, the photography, the editing out of me, I know nothing.
Wow.
So for all my life, it's been a journey of the media. So for your question,
So did you work in the media in Nigeria?
yeah,
or the film industry?
Yeah, I've worked for a lot of television houses as their non-linear editor, as their line director, as their sometimes cinematography. Actually, I'm in South Africa here today. It's a company, a television station owned by one man. Okay, let me not call the name. And the TV station is on DSTV. I was employed from South Africa to from Nigeria to South Africa to be an expert when it comes to the television station. So that was how I found myself
in South Africa.
in South Africa.
Wow. Okay. And how long did you work there?
I started working 2018 to date.
Okay. So you still work there?
Yeah, I still work
Besides
there.
doing what you do?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Wow.
So I have my own business as well that I run side, which is AM Media Studio. AM Media Studio.
Okay.
The A is for Akbeyin. The M is for Michael. That's my full name actually. Michael David Akbeyin.
Michael David Akwe. So,
Akbeyin.
Abeni.
Akbeyin.
Abeni.
Like a pen.
Okay.
Pen and YIN.
I think your surname requires that I practice at least 2 hours.
Yeah,
before I can be able to get it.
It's simple. The David is a famous name. The Michael is a name. Is a famous name, right? The Akbeyin, AKPENYIN. If you look, the PEN is a pen, and the Y is like a Chinese name, yen. So Akbeyin.
Apeni.
You see, you're
I
there.
got it.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought I was going to take hours in
I
practicing
told
that.
you.
So is Michael David Apeni,
Yes.
a.k.a.
Creek Boi. Yes.
We got it today.
Yes.
So for those who did not know who Creek Boi
Yes,
is,
that's my
this is the intro.
Yes, that's my name. Yes, actually.
So this is quite amazing. And on this podcast, we talk about disruption and things like that. But when people hear about it, they always assume, okay, this is all about technology. I'm like, no, this is not about technology. This is about people, right?
Yeah.
And how maybe they face disruptions in their life or how they themselves have disrupted their life. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
If at any point in your life, maybe in childhood or adulthood, have you ever experienced disruption or maybe circumstances beyond your control happen to you? And how did you handle that?
Wow, that's a very tough question. Okay, disruption, what? Okay,
Yes.
Okay, I'm a child who my life has been a turnaround.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a child who don't have a fatherly upbringing and a motherly upbringing.
Oh, wow.
So my life is a embodiment of grace.
And that's disruption, right?
Do you get now?
Yeah.
Like I would say, I don't have anybody who advised me. So like, hey, Craig, this is what you should do in your life. But I just have this feeling that God just loved me. God just make me to know this is what I want you to do.
Wow.
Do you get? Because look, at a point I had to sleep in the toilets
Oh, wow.
for days, weeks, months, years.
Wow.
Do you understand? But those moments could have broken me down. But all of a sudden, I just knew that this is what I wanted.
Wow. So when you say a kid without a father figure, even a mother, what does that entail? I don't know if I can dial in on that. Like, are you like an orphan?
Okay.
What happened to your parents?
Okay. For me, the story I was told, I was about 7 months before I lost my dad, or maybe 6 months before I lost my dad. So my mom is never a present person. So I stay with my aunt.
Okay.
So staying with your
From
aunt,
those 7 months.
From that 7 months up, and staying without your biological parents, you have traumas. Do you know what I go through?
Wow.
It's terrible.
Wow.
You go through. Last year, I went through hell. Let me use this. I've never said this to anyone. I went through hell. The hell that I couldn't come out from. Like all what I went through in my teenage life. I started seeing it when I'm almost clocking 40.
Yeah.
Like when I go to sleep,
Wow.
I had to have a dream of everything I went through when I was a child. I could literally see this flashback. And when I wake up, it disrupts my day.
Yeah.
I keep asking myself, why am I still having these dreams? Why am I still having these flashbacks? But I'm okay. I'm doing fine. So why should, and those things affect me. And thank God, I think I'm getting over it. But it's really terrible. And when I grew up and I decided to say I want to focus in my life, when you're growing up, when you don't have someone to lean on, I don't know what to say. I'm just trying. I always say, I don't know who to thank. The only person I give thanks to is God, because I cannot specifically pick A or B helped me in this journey of life from one way or the other. I want to be honest with you.
It's amazing how the people that seem so strong and put a smile on so many people's faces fight the toughest battles out there, and people don't get to know the behind the scenes, and it's impossible to come across your work online and you don't laugh. Like it's literally impossible, but no one could really know what is happening at the back end scene. So thanks for sharing that. And I would like to also understand, how did you overcome that as a teenager? Because some people who did not have that, to grow up with a father or a mom, I mean, yours is two. Okay. Both parents are not there.
Okay.
As a teenager, that's when some of those things become really magnified. And with the rebellion of teenagers and all of that, how did you survive those teenage years without parental guidance?
I don't know how to answer that question. It's so emotional. You know why? I remember there was a time I was about to write my exam to go to secondary school. I just got into the secondary school the first year.
Yeah.
So I was a child because I saw a family background where there was nobody to look up to. So I saw education could have been a stepping stone to top up the game for me.
Yeah.
So I was focused. And the only person I could look up to help me to overcome that education is my aunt. So one morning, this is a very shocking story. One morning I woke up and my aunt said, "It's been a while you saw your mom. I'm taking you back to your mom." And the question is, where is my mom? I don't know.
Up to that point, had you seen her?
I've never no. So my aunt said she's taking me to my mom. I have never seen my mom for a very long
age
time.
Was that?
I should be maybe 15, 16 years. But I don't know. I've never seen my mom. I don't know where she is. So why are you taking me to her? As I was talking, my clothes were already packed.
Oh my God.
And let's say, for instance, the journey was from here to Cape Town. And she took me to my uncle's place and brought me there and dropped me and said, this guy, she twisted the story and said, hey, Creek Boi or Michael refused to stay with me again. I was like, and then how did this whole thing change?
Wow.
I was preparing for exams, and me that knew that education is the only way out for me. I knew that when I was very young.
Wow. So that disrupted your education.
That disrupted me a lot.
Wow.
Now, this is what happened. This is why I say God is with me all along. My elder sister came, my mom's first daughter, heard the story. She slapped me. Gave me a very hot slap. Boom! On my eye. She said, why did you do this? I don't have a place to stay. And now you are here. Where will you stay? I squat with someone. Where will you stay? It was a very tough question for me.
Yeah.
Then I replied. I remember my reply. I said, sister, don't worry. I will make it.
What did you do?
Then I moved to... I asked question, where is my mom's house? Where is my mom's house? People started directing me. I went there. When I went there, truly the people in the neighborhood said, this door has been locked for months. So we don't know where your mom is.
Really?
How? Where is your mom? We don't know where she is. So when they look at me, all of a sudden, like, this guy looks like the lady. So obviously, is the child. Is the child of this lady. They have to tell me to break the door. Because I don't know where else to go. I have to break the door.
How old were you at the time?
I was 17, 18. I was very young. I was very young, literally. So I break the door, through the window. I went in. The neighbor were very nice. I want to be. I hold those people to date. I've never forgotten.
Wow.
They were nice. Every morning they cook food. They bring food to me. A young child staying alone now. So before I could clock 1 week, this is where they turn around. I could clock 1 week. There was a neighbor who called me and said, "Hey, what are you going to do with your life now?" Just 4 days when I was in the compound in the neighborhood. What are you going to be doing with your life now? I said, "I'm going to be, I don't know, but I want to go to school." She said, "Okay, tomorrow you are going to school." She gave me money. She took me to school, put me in school. Before I clocked a week, leaving my aunt's place, I started a new school.
Wow. And she took care of the
She
fees
took
and everything.
care of the fees.
This is a complete stranger.
She doesn't know me from nowhere.
Wow.
So my life has been from one obstacle to the next elevation. One obstacle to the next elevation. Can I tell you that now I pray for challenges?
Wow.
I'm one person who pray for challenges. Like I always, I even
you're
ask my
ready
friends
for disruption.
because I know that challenges are. I got to South Africa losing my job in Nigeria. Just clocking to a week, I got another offer in South Africa.
Wow.
So my life has been always disrupt to progress, disrupt to progress.
Wow.
So now my system, I think my immune system, my spirit approve disruption
I love
for
that.
progress. You get now. So anytime I see
He
like,
approves. Let me highlight on that. That's so powerful. His system approves disruption for progress. I mean, this is powerful.
Yeah.
And this is really the purpose of this show. Disruption is about progress.
Yes.
It's about learning. It's about evolving.
Yes.
But some people will fight it at all costs to protect themselves from that. Clearly, yours was not even a choice. It's something that happened beyond your circumstances. I mean, beyond your circumstances, beyond your control. And I'm so amazed at how you've handled all of this as a young kid with that dream, that vision, no one to look up to as a family. But God placed strangers, as we call it back home, destiny helpers.
even in South Africa, the woman that helped me to South Africa, I only spoke to that lady twice.
Wow.
Twice. I said, "Hey, Mama, I lost my job." She said, "Really? Okay. I'm going to pay your 3 months salary since you don't have a job." She transferred the money, first money to me. And the next thing, like, "Hey, Mike, if I give you the next 2 months salary, what will you do with your life again?" "Nothing. Let me look for a job for you." I was like, "No, Mama, I want to still be in Nigeria." I'm not a fan of travel. I don't like traveling. I love Nigeria. I love my country.
Wow.
I don't have a dream country.
How did you meet her before we get to? Because you are in Nigeria, she's here, right?
Okay. The previous boss I was working for. Because
I think we're running too fast. Let me go back. After school, the lady that took you from your mom or from your mom's house, did she allow you continually to stay with your mom's house alone, or did she move you to her place?
Okay, I continue staying in my mom's place.
By yourself?
By myself.
For how long?
For a very long period. My mom eventually came.
Okay.
Along the story.
Okay.
So when she came with another man. Do you get now? So now I wanted to have this mother and child born.
Get to know her.
Get to know her. But now she came with another person. So I wasn't comfortable. I was like, okay, what's this now? And then I said, "Mama, what can I do?" She said, she cannot leave the man. She has to be with the man.
Wow.
And then this is what happened. She decided to say, she want to get me an apartment to stay on my own independently.
Okay.
So she got a place, and the place was a toilet. Okay, because that was the only cheapest place, the only available place at the time. And when I saw it, I didn't say no. I wanted it. I wanted to just stay on my own.
When you say that place was a toilet, you mean a toilet as literally?
Literally.
Where people come and use. Was it a public toilet or a private?
Okay, it's built as a toilet. You know, yeah. But then the latrine, the toilet pit was covered, and now it's no more. It's like So I cannot stretch my hands like
I
this.
do understand what
Yeah.
you mean. Maybe some people wouldn't understand. I am from Cameroon, by the way.
Okay.
So being in West Africa, I know how toilets are built. So it was built with the mindset to use as a toilet, but it was never really turned into a toilet.
Okay,
great.
So the window was that small. So if I want to stretch, I have to climb up.
my
You understand? So it was
God.
literally a toilet. So I stayed there. I schooled from there. And now I have to start fending,
Yeah.
try to hustle.
Yeah.
So I go to the public market. I push this wheelbarrow to carry people's load. Weekend, I go push the wheelbarrow. So when I make money, I buy food that will last me for the next 1 week before weekend again. I
How
go
old
to
were
school.
you at the time?
I was around 17, 18, 19. I was just growing.
Yeah, I mean,
parts.
because when you went to your mom, you were 17,
Yes.
right? How long did you stay with her before you moved to the toilet?
It's not up to a year. I never spent Christmas with her.
So you hustling for yourself when you were around 18?
Yes, I've started hustling, go carry these bricks and then we're building sites, So this is the turnaround. Why going to school? I became so addicted in pushing the biro on the load in the public market because you have this fast cash. Give you 20 naira, 100 naira. If I don't see where to carry load, I carry this waste from people. Hey, give me 10 naira, let me go through your waste.
Yeah.
So one day I asked myself a question. Hey, Mike, is this what you want to use your life for? Is this what you really want to do? And it was very direct. I said, no, this is not what I want my life to be.
Yeah.
And from that day, I never went back to the market.
Wow. That's so powerful.
That was the day I never went back.
It's really important to ask those type of questions. Do I want to be here forever? Do I want to be here for the rest of my life? My story, there's so much similarity with some of the things you're saying, and my story, we're not going to get into that today. It's a conversation for another day. But I remember right here in South Africa, where when I got retrenched, I started selling at Joburg, CBD, on the street. I still pass there to this day. When I got to that street, I spoke to some people. They rented me a small space. On the people who sell on the street, you just have a place where you put your chair and your table. You display whatever you were saying. So I was doing some ladies' perfumes and earrings and those type of things. So I just had a chair and a table where I placed my things after losing my job because I was like, how do I survive? In a country that is not my own. I have no family here as well. I need to find a way to survive. And I was on that space for a couple of months. Maybe 3-4 months max. But I was talking to the people around me, finding out how long have you been here? How long have you been selling on the street? And I heard stories of, no, I've been selling here for 3 years. I've been here for 5 years. There were some of them say, I've been here for 10 years. I've been here for 15 years. I had one question I asked myself. Do I want to be here for even 3 years?
Imagine. Just, you say,
do I want to be here for 3 years? And the answer was, hell no. I'm not doing this. Because you pack at the end of the day, you push these big heavy things to the warehouse where people pack. And then you come in the next morning, you do this. It was too heavy for me even as a lady, plus 2 kids. I'm a single mom at the time. And I was like, I'm not doing this. So when I answered that question, no, that was the day I also quit. I went home and I looked for ideas. Okay, there is a digital space. I think that's how my journey on the digital space really started.
That's
what can I
amazing.
sell online? And I thought to myself, the same women earrings and stuff that I was doing and selling on the street, I can do them and sell them online. And that's really what I did to survive at that time.
Wow. You know what you said right now makes me preach something all the time online.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. I kept telling ladies, I said, if I wish I was a lady, I would have made so much money. It's not about selling my body because the social media, the digital space is appealing for ladies.
Yeah.
You understand? So like my story, you see that toilet? Let me go back to that before we finish. You see that toilet? One day, I left that toilet.
Wow.
I never went back to date.
Wow.
My clothes, even my school certificates, everything, I left them there. I never went back to date.
Wow.
Because I felt I need to change the story. I need to change.
Absolutely.
That was how that phase. Along the line, I was facing some challenges. But growing up, it is the mentality I've always wanted. I wanted to have a media company. So people who knew me from young age to now, they knew that this guy, vision and dream was to have a media company. And God so kind, I've never deviated.
That's great.
To date.
Wow.
You understand?
Your story is amazing.
You understand?
So, did you work in media? I think I've asked the question. Media in Nigeria.
Yes, I did.
How long?
I worked. Okay, if you want to ask me how long, I started making my own local movies. A local actor. I was basically an actor. Okay, my dream was to become an actor.
You definitely are an actor because the things you do with a straight face, there's no way I'll ever be able to pull that
I
off.
wanted to be a real actor. So I tried and tried. I went to the classes and the rest. We started acting the local movies. Yeah. And then I wanted more. I didn't want to just say, go to audition and now they say you didn't make it. So that thing, I don't like it.
You created your own.
So I said, I want to go into the filmmaking properly. That was what inspired me to dive in. So today I can tell you I'm a professional photographer. I'm a professional cinematographer. I'm a professional video editor. I can make a documentary of any world class because I invested years, time, learning.
Creating your own thing. From where I'm hearing, you created your own thing.
I created my own thing.
Yeah, because you're quite unique with what you do.
I created my own style, meet my own people, and I can lie. God has been faithful. Absolutely. If I work for you, there is no way you will know that indeed God blesses this one.
Absolutely.
One, gift is not enough.
Yeah.
You have the gift and you have to learn. You have to go through training.
Yeah.
So that when these two comes together, excellently play. Excellent play.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how, so when people started seeing my work, I started a joint venture with a friend. I started with All for One.
Yeah.
I started recruiting people, young people who wants to act, I teach them acting. We make local movies. But then the movies
in Nigeria. Here? Okay.
So the movies that I was making were not making sense to me. I make movies, it's terrible. So my friends were like, why are you not bringing this movie out for people to watch? Then there was no media. There was no YouTube. There was no Facebook. No. I said no. Because I wanted unique
Because
movies.
you look so young, right? People would be like, what do you mean there was no Facebook?
There was no Facebook.
No media. I know, right?
My Facebook account that I'm using, I opened in 2010.
Yeah, I opened mine 2008.
You see, 2010, you understand?
Yeah.
So down along the line.
Many of these platforms actually came 2008.
10
coming
upward,
forward,
you understand? So with all that, so when it was growing, I started making, so I met a friend and we said, let's do movies together. And, when you're making this thing, passion is the foundation of everything.
And consistency.
Passion, consistency. If you don't have these ingredients, forget it, you will fail.
Yeah.
Especially in the media space, you will fail. So we have a large group of people. Do you know all this, my friends, they all backed out.
Back in Nigeria?
Back in Nigeria.
Wow.
They backed out because they felt the thing was not paying off. They don't have this cash.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, Mike, I can't continue this. I need to go find something else to do with my life. But I said, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to go. I was consistent.
That's good.
Until I started using, I'm sure your media guys will understand, I started using VHS to record VHS, which is a video camera that you have to hold. It's very big. We have this dry cell. The dry cell is the power that powers the camera.
Wow.
The tape, this video tape that you put.
Well, they would understand better
they
than
would
me.
understand. That was when this DSLR camera started coming in, the small portable one, the mirrorless, all these small
These are new things.
We grow from VHS to video 8 to mini DV, before CD, before DVD, before memory card.
You were there for all of these.
I was there with all these generations.
You've transitioned all of these devices.
Yes. So even when I speak my experience to people are like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, okay.
This guy knows what he's doing. So that was how I started my own media studio. I started AM Media Studio in a dilapidated plank building.
Wow.
Because I wanted to start something, to start attracting small money, right? And I met this guy, he's a barber. He abandoned this plank.
Yeah.
So the place was
like it was just made of wood.
wood.
Yeah.
Yes, wood.
And
Now
did it
wood,
have zinc on
it's
top?
terrible. You can't. So
It still leaks.
I went to beg for this rug, this carpet.
Yeah.
You know the funniest thing? When I'm not around, when it rains, when people pass by, they will help me to fold the mat away. They were like, this boy is suffering. So
And that was your studio?
that's my studio. That's my studio. Like literally where I said I want to do photography. I remember the first person I shoot, I didn't deliver the picture till today, but I ate the money. Do you understand? So you understand? I could not deliver the picture today.
Because
but
you knew yourself the work was horrible.
I was snapping. I knew this thing would not work. Do you get? I knew it would not work, but I need that money. So immediately she gave me, I went to buy food. The woman came. The studio was not open for 2 days. Do you get now? So if me and Rat literally, we stay in that studio. I can't eat inside the studio. That's how terrible it is.
So you were sharing your studio with rats.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I lost most of it, but I still have some of these pictures.
Wow.
So that was how I started growing. I got my first camera, my beloved Nikon D40.
Wow. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Nikon D, I'm sure you guys will know. Nikon D40. That was how my life transformed.
Wow.
I was still managing that place. People started recognizing me. Take me a passport photograph.
Oh,
Take
wow.
me until the landowner came to say, we want to break that blank building.
Wow.
So they came, they said they want to build a shop there. Will I be interested to take it? I
But
said,
they would build it.
They will build it.
You will rent
I
it.
will rent it. So they came, they demolished it, they built it. From that place, people started, because I now invested, it was now looking nice. Because everybody knows the story.
Yeah.
It's a neighborhood. Like, we know this place, it's now nice. So people will pass. And from there, somebody saw me and loved what I was doing. He saw my consistency.
Yeah.
That person invested a large sum of amount into the business. I bought the cameras, I bought everything. That was when the first HDV camera, high definition cameras came, but they were still using cassettes. They were amazing. And one day he just came and said, hey, I'm taking all my things. He withdrew his investment, took everything. But I was fine. But do you know?
What happened, if I may ask?
He said his child wants to take over the business. I said, no, it's fine. It's okay. I'm a child with a story, so it's fine.
Absolutely.
Do you get now? I just accepted. I didn't want the stress. I just, okay, take your things, take the receipt. Because we left from that place, that my one small studio, we rented a big 3-bedroom studio. We converted the whole place to audio studio, visual studio, and video studio. So when we did all that, he came and he saw the vision was now visible.
Yeah.
So he came and I just said, no, take. I left, I got another place.
So you didn't just leave, like he didn't just take his equipment, the building,
He took everything. Because he paid for them.
This was like you were back to square zero.
Yes.
Wow.
But because I always have this plan B in my life. Before that, I'd already bought a container. This container I was supposed to use it as a sub studio in another location. So when this happened, it never was a shock to me. I'd already prepared. So when he said, no, we don't, I just said, okay, it's fine, take. I moved. So when I was there, and then the media started opening up for younger people, and people were now opening TV stations. They needed professionals. That was how I got employed. I was doing a part-time contract for them. I do for them. And that's how I started from doing contract for people. I go for events. And that was when I started seeing thousands. Even $500,000, $1 million. That was how. So if I get 500, let's say I get 100,000.
Yeah.
I don't eat a cent from it. I invest back to the business. So
you've disciplined yourself.
you
Those
understand?
years of struggle.
Yes. I rather don't wear nice clothes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's great.
I rather not wear nice clothes. I rather not wear nice pants or nice shoes.
Yeah.
But I prefer having all these gears. Those are my peace.
Your story is so amazing.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that was how I got to Nigeria and I came to South Africa.
So when you were working there, then you bought...
No. Okay. When I worked there and I started... Okay. By the time I left Nigeria, right? South Africa was majorly the turnaround. To be honest. I was working. When we talk about financial freedom, South Africa was actually the turnaround.
Wow. Okay.
You get? By the time I came to South Africa, I was having... Because, when you transit and when the digital age comes... all your equipment you're using were old version of it. And when the digital camera came, all this DSLR Canon and the rest, they were so expensive. You can spend millions to buy just one small box. It was expensive, and I don't have such amount of money. I remember I bought another camera 2014, Canon 700D. That was my first digital video camera that I bought. You get 2014. So it's kind of dicey because you don't have those chunk amounts because you have the money you spend, you have the money you spend. But when I came to South Africa, I just feel like, okay, when I came as it's a miracle, okay? And the man who employed me, it's a pastor, okay? He's a pastor. He saw something beyond nobody was seeing in my life.
So the pastor, the recommendation came from the lady you told
the
me
lady,
earlier.
yes.
Right.
Me and this lady met. You asked that question, how did I meet this lady? So people get it clear, like it's not a scam. Okay? Okay.
Especially when you're Nigerian, they just
you do understand. So this is what happened. My previous boss, she works for my previous boss. They work together. She helps him to manage. So we met. Because of my work, I travel a lot. So because of my profession, my previous boss, I travel with him to any countries he wants to go. So we met in Israel. I came to South Africa 2016. We met. We knew each other.
Wow,
She's an elderly person, and she saw me. She's just like me. So I saw her as a mama. So I call her, hey, my mama. So when my incident happened with my previous boss, she said, hey, Mike, you're a nice person. This cannot happen to you. Okay? This cannot happen to you. What needs to happen is I need to help you. That's how it happened. So she contacted this pastor here. The pastor said, okay, no, it's fine. If he can come, let him come. The woman, I'm trying to still negotiate that, hey, mama, let me still stay in Nigeria to do my Christmas. She said, what's wrong with you? Somebody's trying to help your life. You're talking about Christmas. Right, We were talking, this woman had already bought a ticket and sent me via WhatsApp. I was still negotiating. Do you know? I was like, Mama, but she said, I said, I don't have money to fly from Abuja to Lagos. I'm talking, she had already paid the money. I said, take that flight. So when I came to South Africa, it's a new location. No friends, nobody to talk to, no sister. It was a very terrible days.
Before you tell your story from South Africa, now that you've mentioned sister, I'm curious to know, do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have sisters, I have brothers.
From your mom?
From my mom and my dad. My dad is a polygamist. Is that English correct? Yes, he has a lot of wives.
Wait, when you said your dad passed away, did he pass away or you mean your stepdad?
My dad.
Your dad is still alive?
No, he passed away.
How old were you when he passed away?
I think I was about 7 months, 8 months. I don't know
So there were other kids before you?
Yes, before me. So I was like the last set of child. For my mom to my dad, I was the last child. So it makes sense now.
Get it now.
Yeah.
Get it now.
So we have.
So your other siblings, they're from your mom?
Yeah, they're from my mom. The siblings.
Are you in contact with them?
Yes, we do.
Great. How's your relationship with your mom now?
We're fine. We're cool. I'm the breadwinner now, so I pay her every month. I'm the breadwinner now, so you see.
For that. Yes.
Even my auntie, you remember that my auntie? I'm the breadwinner now.
That's awesome. Another 5.
So the thing is, people don't understand destiny.
Yeah.
You know, when that thing happened to me, sometimes if I sit down and reflect on what happened, I could say God knows. If I had stayed with her,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known what my life would have been.
Yes,
So God was actually pushing me out, pushed me out on time.
Yeah.
And I was grateful to be streetwise because that push helped me to understand that the life you're living is a personal race. If
So the knowledge you learn from the street, you probably could not have learned it from the
No,
school as much as you
nope,
wanted
nope,
it.
nope,
That's awesome.
nope,
That's awesome.
nope, yeah.
That's great. So now, back to your life in South Africa. That's another new beginning for you.
Yes.
We want to hear about
Okay.
that.
My life in South Africa, I came 2018, I think December 13th, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
12th, 13th. When I came, I was received by the pastor. And I've not said this to anyone. You know, there are people sent to your life, in the chapter of your life, they are really a transformer. They may not look at it,
Yeah.
but they are. So this pastor received me, loved me. I think all my previous bosses, they love me because they know I'm just a determined person.
Yeah.
I don't do gossip. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are. If you tell me, Mike, carry this thing to this point, I don't care what's happened. I must get it there. So the man of God saw me and he loved my personality. So he kept asking, what do you want to use your life for? You are too talented with these things. You're good. I've checked your character. You are good.
Yeah.
What I said, I want to have a media studio. I want to have a company. I want to do media. I want to do this. He knows I'm into filmmaking.
Yeah.
And okay, when I came to South Africa, I did my first movie.
Okay.
The first movie, I think when I was about to be 2 months, I did a movie called The Beautiful Church.
Okay.
I did the movie and I did another movie again called Why I Ate Church Money. I was more or less like this religious kind of guy because I grew up mostly, I was deeply involved into religious from 2014 upwards.
Yeah.
You understand? So I started doing more of the religious kind of things. And the pastor knew I had something was more different about this guy. So he gave me freedom. Freedom is life. He said, I will not hold you down because I pay you monthly or because you are a staff. Do anything that you want to do that will better your life. But make sure my work don't suffer. That was what he gave to me.
Wow.
So I saw the freedom and the job to sustain my monthly needs. And what will I do with this spare freedom? That was when I enhanced.
Is that how your public pranking?
Okay, the public pranking came about. I've tried a lot of things. They didn't work. Okay. Before the social media came, I remember I was doing pranking. But they were in Nigeria.
Oh.
Yes, I did prank videos in Nigeria. People don't know. I did comedies. People who don't know me thinks I just came like, I've been in this. I started pranking videos from Nigeria. I started sitcom comedy, acted a lot of movies in Nigeria. But there's a time is the greatest investment.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So people were not knowing all that. You get. So as time goes on, the reinventing of the ideas, research, do what if this doesn't work, don't give up,
and learning
try
in the process.
Learn in the process. If this doesn't work, do another thing. You understand?
Yeah.
So I started my media company before the prank. Okay, let me tell you about the prank, the media company. So when I came from 2019, something struck me by the December 28th. The 8th. Creek, is this what you want to use your life for?
Another important question.
Every year, same circle. If you used to have 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. Okay. And then, and truly, I can get paid today. Before on the 5th, I'm dead broke.
You sounded so disciplined earlier. What happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you have responsibilities. Now you become the breadwinner.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of settlement, to do. You have to pay rent.
Yeah.
You have to do this. Till date, I'm financially disciplined.
That's great.
I don't if I want to give you 10 rand, I want to know the reason why. So my friend my friend Portia, she knows. I can save 10 rand today till the month end. And I will tell you, okay, this is what I've. So there was no financial expansion. And I cannot even afford to buy one or two things, but I want a media studio. So funny enough, my pastor called me and said, hey, I want to invest in you. What do you want? I said, I want to open a studio. I want to do this. He said, okay, give me the list of everything. I said, okay. Yeah. But it was almost the crossing of into 2020. Wow. Right? Yeah. So I asked myself that question. I said, I'm not going to go to church. Look at it. I'm not going to go to church. I've been going to church all my life during the crossover. You know, Christians will do this crossover service. I said, I'm not going. I want to do something different. God, please forgive me. They say insanity is repeating one thing over and over again without expecting a different result. Again. So I said, I want to try not to go to church. I want to meditate. I want to draft things. Yeah. So that's few minutes to the next year, 2020, before the COVID, I started drafting. I wrote my company name, AM Media Studio Production. I need camera. I wrote the name specifically, light, sound, this. Then once we went into the year, I was focused. Do you know, before 2021 to 2020 to 2021, I had finished the list.
I mean, like fulfilling everything that was on the list? Wow.
Gears worth of 50,000, gears worth of 70,000, gears worth of 10,000, 20,000, light, sound, everything. Everything was, I saw a dilapidated building. I said, can I borrow this place? I said, I transformed the place to a big world-class studio. In Pretoria. Where there's sound, there's a photography section, there's a podcast section, everything, I transformed it. Wow. So that's how...
That was in 2020.
That was in 2020 to
when
2021.
When the world was crashing.
You get now.
And many people were crashing and burning, but you were like filling the things on your list.
Yeah. So when I opened the studio has been there, and I have clients now who trust me. Hey, Mike, can you come shoot for me? Can you do my wedding photography? Can you do a music video for me? Can you do a podcast for me? So those are my clients. Wow. But then, these are behind the camera. Don't forget my vision. Absolutely. I've always wanted to be in front of the camera. Yeah. That's my primary reason. Yeah. So I tried podcast, I tried this and tried that, and I started going to YouTube and the rest because I was good at this. Yeah. So I wanted something to work. And one day, I didn't start with a prank.
Your YouTube channel, you started when?
I started my YouTube channel long ago. I opened that YouTube channel maybe around 2015. Oh, okay. It was just there. It wasn't making progress. Yeah. So I asked myself question, because then I was now started having enough to eat. Yeah. Right? I can now say I can save 1,000 rand or 2,000 rand. But then something struck me. How can I break into the social media? How can I break into... I started having sleepless nights. How can I give back? So one day I was like, I had this 4,000 rand to pay rent. This is how I break into the social space. Let me tell you that side of the story. This 4,000 rand was to pay my rent. But something just said, no, give it back to people. Wow. So, but I cannot give this 4,000 rand. I have to pay my rent. So, but I can't give it to everybody, right? So I came up with an idea. You know what I did? I went to the ATM. I withdrew the 4,000 rand. I went to, I don't want to call the company name. They sell this home chairs things. I went there. I bought this mat. There's a mat. I bought a spoon and I bought a flat plate. The spoon is very flat, but a bit curvy, right? Okay. So I pour this 4,000 rand on the floor in an open space in Pretoria Central. Okay. I blindfold you. Okay. Do you see the idea, right? Now, the idea was, I give you the spoon, I give you the plate. You have only 1 minute. As many money you pack into that plate is yours.
Wait, was it in 20 rands or 100 rands or 50 rands?
100 rand, 50 rand, 10 rand.
Okay.
So as many, I put the money in the flat surface, I blindfold you. So as many you pack into the surface, it's yours. So people are like, are you serious? You know, in South Africa, people are like, how can you give free money? This guy's in Nigeria is scamming us. Something must be wrong somewhere. No.
Wow.
So I did that. People were like, so people want...
And getting content out of that as well.
That's
recording.
Because, that's that. So I started recording. I told my friend, record for
Yeah.
me. Started recording. So people were like, are you serious? So I opened a TikTok account. So when I put the first video, the first day, before 2 hours, that video clocked 10,000 views. This is it.
Yes.
I went back. So because I have a lot of those videos, I started posting.
The first day, this is
first-
quite interesting.
yeah.
The first day you did that, how many people were able to collect the money?
People pick 200, people win 300, people win
Wow.
150, people win 20 rand. Some don't win. The sweet part is the way I hype them.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
winning, you're winning. And when they open their eye, they see nothing. So a lot of people were winning. So the thing became a trend.
Wow.
So people, when I put it on TikTok, it went going viral.
Wow.
One day I woke up, one of the video hit 1 million views.
Oh my
One
God.
win got 500,000.
Oh my
So
God.
it was now a trend. You know,
What an
TikTok, if they
idea.
open
Yes.
your channel, TikTok send me a message that your video can, if you say yes to this, we're going to open all your video. I just said yes. That's what I want. When I said yes, even the old videos just
Everything.
started booming.
Wow.
Videos get to 3 million views,
Wow.
700, 500.
Yeah.
So people started recognizing me on the streets.
Wow.
So I started going. I didn't want to do it one day now. Since I saw it like it's a trend, I started going to different locations.
Yeah.
I can go to semi-max where there are a lot of people. I bring the money.
Yeah.
I blindfold people. Even police will come and say, no, I can blindfold you. You can play. Are you sure? Some group of police asked me and said, wait, how do you make money from that? I said, no, I'm just giving back.
Yeah.
Say, hey, do the people just give money like this? Even Mutepe, you say
Yeah.
Mutepe, the richest guy in South Africa, cannot give money out freely like the way you are giving. I said, but everybody have their way of doing
Yeah.
things. So, pranks, that's what you want to hear.
Yes.
So as it was going, I was not known,
Yeah.
but I cannot depend on that
Yeah.
alone.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't depend on just that. I need to diversify
Yeah.
the content. I need to be open.
Yeah.
I went into storytelling. I started traveling to a different location, tell stories about this place. Brrr. I started upgrading. I went into condom prank.
Yeah.
That's where I started the condom prank. So what I
Yes.
did was I started going into the prank
Yeah.
gradually. I opened the condom, I took out the real condom and I
Yeah.
placed money inside.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You get? So when I give it to random lady people, they scream, are you giving me condom? Brrr. Then I said, no, I wish you take it.
Yeah,
It's money actually.
yeah.
Now they're interested. So those
Yeah.
videos started making waves. So I was now comfortable with TikTok. TikTok, I was having maybe 20,000 followers or 15,000. It wasn't now.
Yeah.
I was okay. How do I break into Facebook? So I now transport those same content to Facebook. So that was how the content
Yeah.
thing started. Followers started coming.
Wow.
1,000,
Yeah.
2,000, 3,000.
You are sitting at 30 something.
No, now I'm about 73,000.
You see, I'm even thinking 30 something. Like
No,
you're
I'm
big.
73,000. And so that was how I went into prank.
Wow.
So the prank was now upgrade from one idea. We try this one, it doesn't work. We try another one, it doesn't work. And one day we decided to go into the cucumber prank.
That one is crazy. It's
that
wild.
one is the biggest.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
When we went into the cucumber prank, it was a game changer.
Wow. Wow.
So when I knew I was able to crack 20,000, this is me.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I have followers in all platforms. So when I got to 20,000 followers, I didn't want to just be creating content for people to enjoy. I wanted now to make money from the content.
Yes.
And the only way I can harness that is YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
So I opened a YouTube channel, the dormant YouTube channel. So
You have two, right? There's a Creek Boi studio. Or
I have two YouTube channels,
Yeah.
Creek Boi Studio and Creek Boi.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I opened the studio, I first of all, the Creek Boi Studio was just of recent because I wanted to have backup channel. You know this platform,
Yeah, I
Arcane and the
know.
rest. So when I started the YouTube channel, I started with a cucumber prank. I was doing some other storytelling, but you get maybe 100 views, 250, 5. It's very discouraging. So when I went to the cucumber prank, it was a game changer. Get now. So the whole story changed from 0 watch hour. Now I think I'm about 15 million watch hours. Within October till now, I was able to grow from 0 subscriber to 15,000 plus.
Wow.
You get? Then I have to open a backup channel. I think the backup channel was about a month ago or two, a month and 2 weeks, but now it's over 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes, you understand? So the cucumber prank was actually to fine tune and to expand. I could see people were not enjoying it, and said, okay, and one thing content creators don't understand is what works for you, hold on to it. So when I find out that, okay, people enjoy the content creating for the cucumber prank, I hold on to it. I was introduced by a group of friends who were doing the cucumber prank actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I have Benjamin, Sparks, Flory, and Nele. They were doing it for real. When they saw me, they're like, hey, we like this guy. Come into this side of the content. You enjoy it. So those guys, they have big subscribers. They have almost 90,000 subscribers on YouTube, 100,000 subscribers.
In South Africa,
yeah. Okay. So, and it was nice. We're now like a group of friends, Congolese, Nigerians, South Africa, from other countries.
The team has grown.
Yeah. We're now like families. Wow. We can travel to Cape Town. We're family. We love ourselves.
I've seen the videos of you in Cape Town.
You understand? So we travel to Durban, all this other side of the countries. So it was amazing how the cucumber prank was actually the game changer.
Yeah.
And because I was always wanted to be on the social media, I've always wanted to be a content creator. Yeah. So I don't take the media side so serious anymore. The studio is that the cameras are there. Last month, I even sold my 5D Mark III. I'm like, hey, this camera is just, let me sell this one out. I just call somebody, hey, you want to buy? Come take it. Sold it out. There are lights, everything just there. But I enjoy, I'm fine. I can't complain because...
So you mostly shoot only on the streets?
Okay. For now, we shoot mostly on the streets, okay? Because we want it to be an organic content. We don't want to do a script content. As time goes on, we're going to be doing scripted content, right? Which is going to be skit more or less like... But now we wanted to take it out and show people. You must understand, the guys like big ass. They didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. I didn't say that. They like big. Let me use the Nigerian language. They like big nyash. Big nyash and big breasts. Big poops. Cut it off. So they like. You understand? So we wanted to do an experiment. Yeah. What do girls like?
Oh, that's how it came about.
Yes. What do girls like? Girls must be attracted to something in men. Yeah. Not men always looking at the nyash. Oh, big nyash. Oh, this girl is set. Wow. No, the girls must always like something. That's how you
came around the cucumber now.
So when it came, it was amazing that we all have weaknesses. The girls have what they like and the guys like what they like. You understand? They like. So it was a vice versa now. Wow. So we see. Yeah. So a lot of time, this is the question, are this video planned?
That's the question I wanted to ask you from the moment you walked in here. Are these random?
This are random. These videos are random.
Okay.
You're here, right?
Yeah.
Wait and go out. Just wait. You're a lady, right? You're a lady.
You get that attention.
You will still get the attention. It's not normal.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
The lady is trying to analyze. First, most ladies, they've seen different sizes. Now we're going into too deep. Go on. We've seen different sizes. Yeah. And now this is another size. like the recent video I put on Instagram, right? Okay, my Instagram was a very dead zone.
Oh, wow.
Was a very dead zone.
Cucumber resurrected it.
Do you know that one video that I post on Instagram changed the Instagram career? Wow. Now I'm 42,000. Maybe by now if I check it's 43,000. I don't know by the time you're watching the video, maybe by that time it will be maybe 100,000. Wow. But within 2 weeks, my Instagram history changed.
Wow.
One video that I post, it clocked 3 million views in 2 days.
This cucumber.
The question
Frank
was,
is
the question
wild.
is, the question she asked was, I was talking to her. She was looking. I was talking to her. She was looking. Oh, she said, "Hey, sorry, can I ask you a question?" I said, "What's the question?" Where? They said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Nigeria." She said, "Okay." Oh, she said, "Hey, okay. Can I ask you another question?" I said, "Yes. What is it?" He said, "Is this normal?"
And you acted like you were talking
I was
about your
like,
shoe.
I said, "Are you serious? My shoe?" She said, "No." She said, "Well, now listen, I'm asking, is this normal?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Don't pretend. Answer. He said, "Should I ask?" Yeah, you said, "Where are you from again?"
Gosh.
I said, "I'm from Nigeria." He said, "Oh, now I understand." You understand?
Well, for people who might be wondering why I'm laughing so hard, because I've seen the video, so I know I know how funny it is.
Yeah, so those are the kind of reaction we get.
Yeah.
Some ladies are actually tempted to like, I want to touch it. Like I got a slap twice.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I got a slap twice where the lady said she likes me and I'm the kind of man she wants. I'm dark, I'm tall, Hey, what I said, yeah.
You told her it was a prank.
At the end of the day, I told her it was a prank and I actually showed her the camera. Before she could get herself back, she slapped me. You get? She was like, "No, why would I have to toy with her emotion?"
Wow.
I said, "I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but you can't go about slap." There was this other prank, when we tried to escalate the prank, we started doing gone home.
Okay.
This gone home, the idea is we talk to you in the streets, you agree to go on a date with us, I bring you to the house.
Oh, that's wild.
Yes, because we want to go wild. So I bring you to the house, and we already set the cameras, the GoPro cameras, and the rest.
God.
You get? So when she tried to, I try to, calm down, babe. But babe, I have something to tell you. Calm down. No,
have you actually pulled that off?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. More than 3 of that. Babe, calm down. Look, why are you doing? Babe, sweetheart, calm down. I have something to tell you. But like, why? That's why there's always phone in my hand to record the audio.
Yes, yeah.
Calm down. So at the end of the day, I'll say I have something to tell you. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a prankster.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll put my hand inside. Then I will
pull
bring
out
out
the
the
cucumber.
There's this other lady, she slapped me a very hot slap. Like, it was very terrible. And I was like, I wish it's not a camera where I'm like, hey, babe, why? You understand?
Right.
So she left, At the end of the day, it's content.
So clearly, you've had situations where that has gone wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, gone wrong, like cucumber prank gone wrong. There was some time you shoot the cucumber will have to fall off. It will fall off from your trouser, like literally fall off. You adjust it back. You understand? So, yeah, it happens.
It goes wrong, really wrong.
It really goes wrong. Like, there was this lady I was pranking. She has watched my video. You see the tricky part, yes. When I was approaching her, she's a pastor actually. But the tricky part is she knows I'm pranking her, but she can't hold herself. She has to still look. She has to laugh. She said, "When I know you are pranking me, go away." She will look at it. She will laugh. You understand? So because it gives you flashback, and you try to calculate the shapes and sizes you as a lady you have once seen. You understand?
It's quite hilarious.
And again, the thing is the power of communication.
Yeah.
So that's where the guys get it twisted. My fellow guys, they get it confused.
Yeah.
Like, how do a guy walk to a random girl and try to sweet talk her, and now she's willing to give the numbers? And that's why most of our followers are not ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I check the
statistic, the comments as well.
If I check the statistic of my followers, maybe 10% are ladies. The rest, 90%, guys. Because, they want to see beautiful girls.
I get it.
It's all entertainment, yeah.
So, really an interesting entertainment. One of the questions that I was like, I've got to know this. How do you keep a straight face for that long?
Okay.
Because to you, it's just like you're having a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And the ladies, some of them are trying to really get away from you. As they move back, you follow.
Yes,
As
I
they
follow.
move,
Yeah.
you follow.
Hence, because
So, How
yeah.
do you manage to keep a straight face?
Okay. Like I'm an actor.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I know what I'm doing, right? I can laugh. If I laugh, I'm gonna mess up. It's my script.
Yeah.
I'm the director.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the script. So my plan is to keep that idea going. Do you get now? To make sure they fall.
Yeah.
I make sure if she said no, I have to convince her. Some of them sometimes they don't see it.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
get so like there's this video I will release sometime maybe before this podcast will come out to be there. So I wanted them now. Sometimes they don't see it. I'll tell you, am I tall? They say yes. I'll ask them, am I tall? They say like you're a tall guy.
And you
I'll
insist, look at me from head to toe.
Look at me from head to toe. Am I taller than your boyfriend? You say, yeah. Okay, some will say, no, you're not taller. My boyfriend is taller. Are you sure? Look at me. I'm twice as tall than your boyfriend because all men have two heights. They know like, what is this guy talking about? Then they look and they see, then they snap to action. And that's what we want.
Yeah.
And as time goes on, we try to upgrade with the lines. The lines so that what can trigger ladies to always have. So the new line is, if I walk up to her, I introduce myself as, hey, how are you, babe? I'm fine. What are you doing in the park? Hey, I'm cool. Okay. Can I join you? Or when we go a bit 2 lines, I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Dixon with a capital letter D. So like, okay. And why is the capital letter D? I said, I don't know. I should ask my dad. So, capital letter D will send a wrong signal. So the girl will like,
check you out.
She saw it and then they snap to action because the reaction is all we need. It's not the conversation mostly.
It's that reaction.
It's the reaction we need. So by the time they see it, every word we speak doesn't make sense to them again. So they started looking there and look at us. So when we talk, so then we don't bother talking too much. I can be saying, hey, okay, and because we throw away our face. Because if we look at them, they won't want to look. So we throw away our face. Yeah. And we start talking. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So when we keep talking and talking and talking and talking, their attention will be there. They want to look.
How possible is that they don't see the cameras?
Okay.
Because they look so innocent the whole time.
Yeah. The thing is, I did a short video in my YouTube channel trying to explain. We are about 5 guys.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You see, the camera is very small and it travels far. We have a lens close to from 70 to 500 for 7. That's the focal length. Okay, your media guys will understand. You understand? The focal length can be maybe 100 to 300, 100 to 400. So we can be in a very long distance. Wow. And imagine, let me use this mic for instance, right? A guy is by the camera and another guy is here and another guy is here. The camera is dark. It's a black camera. So even if you try to look, most time people look and they feel like the people are looking at the camera. They don't know because the person don't know if there is a camera because the camera is small.
And 2 people are standing next
here,
by.
And another person is standing here. Okay. Do you understand? So they don't know. Their eyes can just split and look straight to where those people are and just continue the conversation. Don't forget the lens is like an eye. So if you turn like this, so the people always don't know if there is camera. So as we try to introduce some episode where we say, that's the camera. Yeah. You understand? That's the camera. That's the camera. So that people get to understand that this thing is not planned.
Wow. Some of them, it's hard for me to like, was this planned? Is this really random? But it's been amazing hearing your journey, how far you've come, how well you are doing. I mean, having that type of clarity in vision that you've had over the years is quite amazing. And you haven't deviated. You are no. I'm in media, nothing else.
Nothing is changing. Nothing.
Media, nothing else, media. So a lot of people, they try it and it doesn't work and they're like, I'm going to try something else. I think I'm tired. I've been doing this for 5 years. It doesn't work. You from 17, like you had this in your mind. At 40, you are like, this is it. I'm not going anywhere.
No, I'm going. We're just starting. I'm just starting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am. Right? I told my friend Portia, right?
Yeah.
I told she's behind the camera. I told her, I think Was it this year? Yeah, January. I said, you see,
Yeah.
I'm a foreigner in this
Yeah,
country,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I'm going to do something, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to stand with the presidents and important people in this country to send
Yeah.
a signal that
Yeah.
a foreigner can be known and be different.
Yeah.
Do you
Especially in Nigeria.
in Nigeria?
Right.
I want to create that illusion,
Yeah.
that different perspective
About Nigerians.
about Nigeria. And do you know why? What? I think on February,
Yeah.
I was called to do the photo shoot of President Zuma, former president
Wow. Wow.
of Zuma.
Yeah.
I went there, I shot him,
Wow.
and I gave a handshake.
Wow.
And I said, take this
Fantastic.
picture, guys. Take those pictures. Take this. Then I sent it to her.
Right.
I said,
what did I tell you?
It's just started. And here I am today again. You invited
Fantastic.
me randomly,
yeah.
like, hey.
You randomly left a comment on my Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, is this Creek Boi?
Yes, you
No,
understand.
I'm bringing this
You
guy on.
understand?
So you triggered the whole thing
you
happening.
understand?
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I like to encourage creators.
Yeah.
And I've seen that the new generation is content.
Yeah.
Don't waste data. Don't buy data and, try, and if you don't get job, create one.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So most time I try to encourage, I do some short videos telling people how the social media works. I do short videos and tell people, okay, that I don't post in Creek Boi. I have another platform where I share it. I just say, guys, this is what you need to do to get money. This is what you need to do to get
grow
paid,
your audience
to grow
as
your
well.
audience. You understand? So I try to coach people.
Yeah.
And for my media background, do you understand? I have a lot of background.
Absolutely.
You get? So I can be able to tell you, do this, don't do this.
Absolutely.
Do this, don't do this. It will work for you because there was no one to train me.
Yeah,
I trained myself. I trained through that journey myself. So I can be able to say, set it this way.
Yeah.
Do it this way. It's going to work for you. I'm not here a star. I'm not yet a celebrity.
You are.
You understand? But when I get there,
Yeah.
I want to make my people proud.
So one of the things that I also wanted you to, or what I wanted to know, being Nigerian, there has been a lot of instances in South Africa around xenophobia, right? Maybe when you came in, some of the bad ones had passed around 2018. I've been here for a longer time, so it's different for me. But have you experienced personally any xenophobia as you've been out doing your pranks? Have you had any of that, or does it in any way affect how you approach your comedy?
Okay, first, I'm not going to say I face any xenophobic attack when I'm creating my comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of time people don't know me to be a Nigerian. I don't know why.
I didn't also know for a long time.
I don't know why people don't see me as Nigerian. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Because I try to, when you meet me first, I say, I'm a Nigerian.
Yeah.
I try to be, yes, I'm a Nigerian. Know me as get my identity. Don't know me as a Gabon, a Zimbabwe, or Botswana. I'm a Nigerian.
Gabon.
You understand? Some people say, hey, like Ghanaian.
Ghana,
yes,
Gabon, yes.
Cameroonian. I said, no, I'm a Nigerian.
Yeah.
I try to hold on to my roots strongly.
Yeah.
So, okay, there was this terrible one that happened, this xenophobic attack that happened, the most terrible one that when Africa was started reacting.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
That was when I just came into the country newly.
2018.
Yeah. I just came into the country newly and that attack started.
Yeah.
So what scared me that day was I was wearing, Nigeria, we like wearing native.
Yes.
I was wearing this African fabric.
Yeah.
I was passing that Pictorial Central. And the guy saw me and said, that's a Nigerian.
Yeah.
Go back to your country. Who did it to? Hey, bro, I was so scared. I was like, hey, they're going to burn me today. And I was having 200 rand with me. I had to. That was my last 200 and I have to Uber. Because I don't want to die. But aside that, sometimes as a Nigerian, you have your ups and downs side.
Yeah.
And you have your ups and downs side where it's a Nigerian.
Yeah.
It's a Nigerian. They try to hold back.
Yeah.
But if I find out that you're trying to hold back, and I try to find out why. Why are you trying to hold back? I mean, Nigeria doesn't mean we all have bad eggs in
bad oranges are in every country.
So don't because of I'm in Nigerian and push me out.
Yeah.
Try to hear my own side. Try to know me
as an individual.
So people know me now,
Yeah.
like, okay, this guy is a Nigerian, but he's
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
kind of, because I started giving back to the community.
Yes. Yeah.
I started an initiative, feed 6 people every week
Wow.
initiative.
Wow.
So I can cover money, I buy food for the people who are not, the idea was feed 6 people who are not expecting food that day.
Wow.
So when I do it in South Africa, people get to like, where is that guy from? It's in Nigeria. Wow.
Really?
This is a different
type of Nigeria.
This is what we're talking about.
Mm.
So to a point where police will see me, they know me from the social media.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Creek Boi, let's take selfie. You get?
Wow.
So as a Nigerian, I'm okay in South Africa.
Yeah.
I don't have, it's always like that. You always have negative comments.
of
But why
course.
should I?
Yeah.
Creators must understand, must analyze commenters. Commenters are there, 2 types of commenters. The one to uplift you and the one to break you. You get?
Yeah.
So how do you deal with commenters? This is my sheet.
Yeah.
If I have 50 comments in my videos and 5 people comment wrongly, I take 45 positive
Of course.
and throw that 5
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nigeria, you must go back to your country. Go and
I
do your
know, right?
videos in your country. But then 30 other South Africans are saying, good job, brah. You're doing an
Absolutely.
amazing job.
Yeah.
Imagine. Instead of me to tap from that energy, I will be killing myself with
That's
those 5
great.
negative
I
people.
love that mindset.
You understand? So I don't get
That's good.
downcasted
Yeah.
with those kind of comments. Though sometimes you read some comments, but then you'll just,
Of course. Yeah, you man. Like,
you understand?
Yeah.
So as a Nigerian in South Africa, this is what I have to say,
Yeah.
if that's my last word.
Yeah.
Just do the
Your
right
last
thing.
word would be, what will you tell people, content creators? Because this is also a very difficult industry, right? To break through. Oh my God.
Okay.
To break through in this industry, it's not easy. We have to be honest with ourselves. So what
true.
will you tell people who have been building and they feel like, when am I going to experience this breakthrough?
Okay. It's a straight question and a niche.
Yeah.
You need to find a niche. What do you want to do? First, I don't want to do a podcast because you are doing a disrupt. You're going to crash along the line. What are you in love with? That's your energy.
Absolutely.
That's your strike. That means if you have one view, the one view doesn't count because you love it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
Content creators go into content because Disrupt have 3 million views, 10 million views. They're like, no, if she can have that million views,
Speaking into my future, and I'm
want
receiving it.
I want to create that video. I want to do a video like ours. Then this person invested so much and go into it and post video and have 1 view or even 0 view.
Yeah.
And then after 3 months or 2 months or even a week, the person like, this is not my thing.
Yeah, they give up.
They give up.
Yeah.
You get now. And when they give up, it dies. So for content creator, you must first of all passion. You must first of all have passion on the niche you want to follow.
Yeah.
You get now. There are a lot of niche. You get. You have to follow.
Yep.
But again, if you try one niche, if it doesn't work for a long period of time, diversify.
Yeah.
Try new things. The social is big enough. Two is don't go into content creating because you want to make money. Okay, let it be of a secondary plan that you want to make money. But don't go into it because you want to make money.
Yeah.
That platform is not yours. It's created by a group of people that monitor it.
Yeah.
So if you go into it to say, I want to make money, and the view, and funny enough, people don't understand how social works.
Yeah.
People think the view brings the money.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think I should use this podcast to clear it. Guys, views doesn't bring money. Guys, if you want to go into content creating, views does not bring money. You have a process before views can bring money.
Yeah.
You get, okay, views does not bring money. The platform has a criteria. For instance, YouTube, you have to get to 1,000 subscriber and 4,000 watch hours. Guys, I repeat, 4,000 watch hour. It's not 4,000 views. People come, I am now in 4,000 views. Why am I not getting paid? You're just starting the journey. You are saying 4,000 watch hour. You have to times your minute. It's going to give you close to like 200 and something thousand minutes.
Yeah. It's a lot to get that watch hour.
Some people spend 5 years on YouTube waiting for 4,000 watch hour. And not the funniest in the policy. If you cannot get that 4,000 watch hour in the 12th calendar month, they wipe it out and start afresh.
That's the wild thing about it.
So you go into content creating now and you think, I'm going to make money in the next 1 month. 5 years, you are not even making a cent.
Yeah, it's possible.
Content creators don't understand that if you go into it's a long-term investment. Long-term.
You have to play the long game.
Long game. You can start making your money from the 7th year.
Yeah, I agree.
Even from the 8th years. 8 years.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you get to your 4,000 watch hours, now that's first. Now you need to apply for monetization policy.
And they have to check your channel.
And now they have to check your channel, bruh. They check your channel. The people who owns the platform have to check.
Yeah.
And they go through. They go through. And if you're lucky,
it's like applying for a job.
Exactly. That's the simplest way. And you apply, and when you apply, and they check. Sometimes if you're lucky, they approve. If you are not approved, they cut it off. They tell you apply in another 30 days. That means they tell you edit your channel, do this, do that. Now you have to go delete videos. They tell you delete videos from your channel, but they don't tell you
which
one. These things a lot of creators don't know, especially on YouTube, right? Now you were deleting because they said, okay, they've given you assignment to delete your videos, and now you start deleting. And God, if you don't have knowledge, you delete the most watched views. Watch video. This is where it comes. If you have 4,000 watch hours and one video gives you almost 2,000 watch hours, you mistakenly delete that video. The watch hour is erased. You have to create videos again to meet up that watch hours.
So it's work. It's really work on YouTube.
It's a work. You have to work.
And with another thing with YouTube is that if you don't, with the watch hours, was it with the watch I wanted to talk about? With the watch hours, even when you reach the monetization process and they monetize you, some people after 2 or 3 months they demonetize you for some reason you don't even know, and you have to start the process all over again.
Okay, for me, I've been demonetized. Like, yes, I just woke up one morning, I received an email, hey, Creek Boi, you have been demonetized. I was like, Uncle, why? Why?
Did they give the reason?
They give reason. You know, most of our videos are more like adult videos, like, you understand? So it's very technical. My video is technical. You can get strike, you can get your channel deleted. So we come with wisdom to edit the thumbnails, the titles,
even the words
the words we use. So when they say that we go back to recheck our channel, we reapply, get approved again, you continue. These are the things people don't know.
It's true.
You understand? And YouTube creators do not understand how YouTube works. YouTube works in 3 dimensions. Your title, your thumbnails, and what should I say? Your sound. So people put YouTube videos, you just put and you give a title that cannot attract people. So YouTube is not Facebook, it's not TikTok, it's not Instagram. You know why? YouTube is an intelligent platform. People read, understand, or watch a picture, then decide to click. It's like Netflix where you read the history, what the thing is talking about, then you click. TikTok, you just scroll randomly. You watch videos. So for creators, you must understand that YouTube is an intelligent platform. For you to enhance, you must know how psychologically, you must know how to title your content, so that when people read, they want to be inquisitive.
Yeah, even the
You
thumbnails are
understand?
key.
Clean thumbnails.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
That's really powerful. Wow, Creek Boi.
Thank you.
What an honor to sit here and talk to you. Your story is so profound. It's
you.
really amazing. So, how do people connect with you on social media? I know people are hearing Creek Boi, but tell people how they can find you and follow your content.
Okay, for me, it's just straightforward, no string attached. On Facebook, I'm Creek Boi, which is Creek Boi.
Yeah.
I still have another Creek Boi studio. On Instagram,
Yeah.
I am Creek Boi.
Yeah.
Twitter's Creek Boi.
Yeah.
TikTok, Creek Boi.
Yeah.
Just Creek Boi.
The one and only. There's no other Creek Boi. Even if you Google it, it's just him that will come, which is CREEK.
Yeah.
That's how Creek is spelled.
BOI.
BOI, boy, yes.
BOI, not the BOY. BOI. So thank you guys. I want to say a big thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
And my last word is going to be to you guys. Please, if you want to create content, don't give up. One day, you're going to excel. Just one content. One content is all you need to change your story.
Absolutely.
Not the million.
Yeah.
But once one content explode, the rest will follow. I promise you that. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.